Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're having a great day, and as always, thank you for subscribing, and a big welcome to any new subscribers who have joined me over the last week or so. So I'm going to be reacting to a track by The Beat. It's called Too Nice to Talk To. This was a standalone single in 1980, entered the UK Top 40 on the 13th of December, and I think it peaked at number 7 sometime early in 1981. So this is a Top of the Pops performance, and I believe it's introduced by Simon Bates, a Radio 1 DJ. I'm kind of really looking forward to this performance, as I do know this song, but I don't really kind of know the context of the lyrics, so this is definitely a revisit for me. It's been a while since I've actually heard this song. I'm more familiar with Mirror in the Bathroom, and this one was like another one of those songs that kind of straddles the 2 years, and sometimes they don't get as much kind of airplay as maybe they would if it was like in one definite year. So yeah, without further ado, I'm really looking forward to seeing this performance on Top of the Pops. The Beat, Too Nice to Talk To.
And to kick us off with, here's The Beat. Over there.
I love his uniform.
You might tell me to go away. Now I think quite a lot of my own point of view. Is that all I had that's in common with you? The emotions have gone in my heart is retarded. You're too nice to talk to. You're too nice to talk to. You're too nice to talk to. You're too nice to talk to.
Sorry to pause it there. I just wanted to say how much I kind of enjoy revisiting this track, and I love the kind of harmonies between the two singers, and I also love the way the saxophone kind of came in, but it's not overused, which is kind of really pleasing, because I think it can be a bit I don't know what's the word, like sometimes it can feel very saturate songs, but I just love the way it's just like come into this song. The energy of his band is really good as well, and I'm loving his, I think it's a Russian, I'm assuming it's like a Russian uniform, military uniform. So nice band to kind of watch, lots of movement. Yeah, it's a great song. Oh, I like that guitar.
Should I take the situation in hand? Can't go on, but I can't seem to dance. You chain my feet, I stamp and stamp and stamp. Because nothing I do ever seems to be right. The same thoughts in my head the Saturday night. Out the window you might say I'm out of my mind. you're too nice to talk to. Too nice to talk to. You're too nice to talk to. Too nice to talk to. Too nice to talk to. Too nice.
That's quite short. That was the beat, Too Nice to Talk To. I kind of just picked up on that video as well. One of the guitarists, I kind of recognised him, and it took me a little while to kind of figure out where I'd seen him before. And I think he's one of those with the Fine Young Cannibals, which would have been a few years on from this, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, so it's a really interesting record and Too Nice to Talk To. And I think virtually all of us have been in that position at some point where we've kind of like, clapped eyes on somebody that we've kind of obsessed over for a few seconds, and we kind of really want to talk to them, but they seem just too nice or too attractive to talk to. Sometimes it's a bad move, and you learn later on in life that nothing ventured, nothing gained. But I think when you're younger, you kind of caught in that trap on a regular basis. Nobody likes rejection, and so I'm gonna have a quick look at the lyrics just to kind of see what I can sort of like make of it. So, and I'm gonna Google this song as well just to kind of find out exactly if there's a story behind it. Okay, so this song was actually inspired by their experiences at a nightclub called Barbarella's, which is in my kind of hometown of Birmingham, my city centre. I think it is anyway. I seem to remember it, and it rings a bell as somewhere that I kind of associated with Duran Duran as well, as I know they did for Rum Runner as well. So yeah, this was associated with Barbarella's nightclub, and the DJs used to kind of have a thing whereby at about 2:20, which is like directly in the first line of the first verse, at about closing at 2:30, at 2:20, the DJ would just scratch the record off mid-record. It could have been, and that's when everybody would have to just kind of leave. So if you was looking for that last kind of jump on the dance floor, you spotted somebody you like, and you're thinking, I've got like three minutes or so to make my move. And then if it kind of goes pear-shaped, at least we're all going our separate ways at the end of the night. But then halfway through, you kind of thinking about making your move. All of a sudden, the record scratched, and it's all been a waste of time, and your night is finished anyway. So that's a really kind of cool backstory to this song. So yeah, the lyrics, it's too late now. It's 2:20. I spent the night just watching you. I watched you dance. I watched you move. Can't breathe, and still I watched you move away. Now I think quite a lot as I stare at my shoes about all of these things that I put myself through. Now there's nothing to say and nothing to do. You're just too nice to talk to. Too nice to talk to. And this kind of reminds me of the alternative story to ABBA's Dancing Queen, where she's a dancing queen. She doesn't realise that there's lots of people kind of watching her, and it's from a third person perspective sort of thing. And I kind of feel that this is that person, and the dancing queen was clearly too nice to talk to. I'm kind of linking two songs together here. The stories, they seem kind of relevant. The right lines wouldn't come out of you. I glanced, but you just stared me through. I felt such a fool. I felt you knew, but you might tell me to go away. This evening hasn't gone like I planned. Should I take the situation in hand? Can't go on, but I can't seem to dance. You chain my feet. I stamp and stamp, because nothing I do ever seems to be right. The same line to mind every Saturday night. Out of a window, you might say I'm out of my mind, but you're too nice to talk to. Just kind of about sums it up. I love records that kind of tell a little story, but they're very kind of clear about the story they tell. There's not too much ambiguity in the lyrical content here. It's just kind of really enjoyable record about those misadventures of youth that we've all experienced. And like I said, I don't know too much about this band. I recognise that one guitarist has been with Fine Young Cannibals. I love the use of the drums. I'm not sure what those handheld drums are on here. They're quite big as well, but it's kind of really effective to kind of like keep the beat going, and also it's quite a sort of a hectic guitar, which kind of added to that whole I don't know, not anxiety, but that need to kind of you feel you're running out of time to actually go and talk to the person that you've been ogling all night, and it kind of gives you that kind of sense of urgency. So yeah, lovely composition. Really enjoyed kind of revisiting this, and I'd love to know what you kind of think about this band. Are there any kind of tracks that the Beat did that weren't necessarily commercially successful, but were perhaps worth listening to? I'd like to kind of find out if there was, because I wouldn't mind visiting one of these tracks and reacting to it for the first time. Yeah, let me know in the comments below, and hope you guys have a great day and a great week, and I'll speak to you soon.